Live pictures, the crowd at the ArtPrize Awards getting pumped up. The countdown almost over. It's time to pick a winner for ArtPrize 2013.
We're often introduced to it with a single sheet of paper and crayons. Soon, we learn to build without boundaries. We grow up surrounded by art, surrounded by artists. Now, our city is the world's canvas. And it's time to celebrate. Tonight, the biggest art prize. $200,000 will be handed out. This is the ArtPrize Award Show on Wood TV 8.
For most of the year, this Grand Rapids City garage is filled with dump trucks, plows, and garbage cans. Well, tonight is home to the ArtPrize Awards. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Susan Shaw.
And I'm Brian Sterling, live from our studios at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Tonight, a total of $560,000 will be given out. The jurors are in charge of $200,000. That money is split up between 5 $20,000 juried awards and the $100,000 grand juried award. You, the public, control $360,000. Everyone in the top 10 goes home with cash tonight. The overall winner gets $200,000. This week, we have asked every artist in the top 10 what would they do with the money.
I think I'm going to spend it on making art. What else would I do? I don't know anything else.
I need a studio. My wife wants me to get out of the garage, so my piece was made in the garage, and I'll have a studio.
Well, first thing would be buy my daughter a piano, because she's an excellent pianist and could use a good piano. Besides that, I can't imagine it.
It would give me a chance to stop carving for a little while and work on those concepts and make models for these bigger pieces.
Firstly, lavish some attention on my wife and kids who put some money towards their college fund and try to make some more art.
The bears that I painted are from the Toledo Zoo, the bear, and I would like to go to Churchill, see the real bears.
I would definitely go on a shopping spree and buy a lot of fabric, because you need a lot of fabric to make more quilts.
First, I'd probably buy a new car with a warranty, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I've had some bad luck.
I'm going to be flying first class to Florida this Christmas.
I'd take all that money and I'd put it into building another piece for another art prize.
So before the awards begin, we want to bring in John McDonald from Kendall College. John, we've got a minute here. First,
not a problem.
What do you think about the top 10 and who do you think is going to win?
I think Dancing with Mother Nature is going to win. The top 10, it's good, but it's a bit tepid, as Joe Becker said. It's kind of weak.
What do you think of ArtPrize overall this year? Did they move up or did they take a step back?
I think they took a step sideways. What they need to do is they need to have a different format and then change it up year to year so we can get different sizes of work and educate the people that not everything has to be large and splashy. There are more subtle things that can be done.
What do you think overall with the art that you've seen this year?
It's really good art, but it's redundant, and it's based on the previous winner and then the previous winner and the previous winner. So people are basically doing their work for ArtPrize as opposed to doing their best work and handing it in. So it's become its own.
Yeah, taking nothing away from the artists, what do you think ArtPrize as an organization can do next year?
If I were them, I would do a series of portraits. I say we're going to do portraits this year. Next year we're going back to the old format. Okay. Then we're going to do landscapes. Then we're going back to the old format. Change it up.
John, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, John McDonald, we appreciate it. Here we go. The 2013 ArtPrize Awards start right now.
Live from the city of Grand Rapids, Building 5, this is the ArtPrize Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Director of Communications for ArtPrize, Todd Herring.
Hello and welcome to the 2013 ArtPrize Awards. My name is Todd Herring, your host, for what will certainly be an exciting night. Tonight, we will be awarding $560,000 in prizes. To a total of 17 artist entries. 7 artists will be taking home a total of $200,000 in juried awards, plus the Oxbow Residency Award. And 10 artists will be awarded the $360,000 by public vote. On Wednesday, September 18, round 1 voting opened, where registered voters could cast 1 vote for each entry they felt should move on to round 2, the top 10. For the first time in ArtPrize history, more than 400,000 round 1 votes were cast. And this past Sunday, the top 10 was announced. In round 2, voters could cast 1 vote. 1 vote for the top 10 entry they feel should be awarded the $200,000 top prize. And in contrast to the public vote, the 5 $20,000 category juried awards once again elevated the role of professional art criticism within the 2013 event. Senior art critic for New York Magazine, Jerry Saltz, recently called ArtPrize a 2-state paradox. The voice of the art world professionals colliding with that of a massive public vote. At ArtPrize, the two coexist in a beautiful tension that's once again drawn the world's eyes to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. It's going to be a very fun night. And now I'd like to kick things over once again to tonight's house band, Lucas Wilson and the Bad Disciples. Well, first up in the category Juried Awards is the Time-Based Award. Time-based entries have a specific duration or unfold over time. They can include video. You'll see yourselves, you're on TV now. Now I turn the tables on all of you. Wave to your family. That's good. They can also include performance, right? Right in the middle of it. Thanks. And even they can include interactive pieces. Not bad, right? Okay, I know. So I think, though, if that was actually an entry in ArtPrize, I'd get 0 votes. And I think that was my mom texting me saying that she wouldn't even vote for me. But anyhow, thankfully, the juror of the Time-Based Award, Rashida Bumbre, found a wealth of exceptional time-based entries at ArtPrize this year, and she's narrowed the list down to 5 nominees. The 2013 ArtPrize Time-Based Award is presented by Delta Airlines.
My name is Dana DeBell, Director of State and Local Government Affairs at Delta Airlines. It's critical for Delta to support art in our key communities, and the partnership with ArtPrize this year was a natural fit for us, particularly as ArtPrize partnered with the Walker Art Center in Minneapolis. Just as ArtPrize has figured out a way to create a world-leading art event, one that's changing the way that art is viewed and juried, Delta Airlines is focused on creating the world's leading airline. To do this, we are investing over $3 billion in everything from airports to our onboard seating experience to technology, all things designed to improve the customer travel experience. At Delta, we want to be Grand Rapids' airline of choice. We like to say, through our hubs in Detroit, Cincinnati, Atlanta, and Minneapolis, folks in Grand Rapids are one stop to the world, with over 317 destinations in 57 countries. The time-based award nominees are Sonnet 27 by Arthur Liu, located at SiteLab. The Last Post by Shazia Sikander, located at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Whispers of the Prairie by Deanna Morse, located at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Facing Al Aqaba by Maurice Jacobson, located at Anabawan Park. Angle of Repose by Dance in the Annex, located at SiteLab.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting on behalf of Delta Airlines, please welcome Executive Director of ArtPrize, Christian Gaines.
And the winner is Shazia Sikander, The Last Post at the Grand Rapids Art Museum.
I'm an independent curator based in New York, and I'm focusing on performance and video, and I'm the juror for the time-based work. So the winner of the time-based award is Shazia Sikander's The Last Post. And this video uses the artist's technique in painting and sort of puts that into a video format. There's a central figure in this video, and this central figure is an iconic Victorian soldier. And this soldier's body sort of disintegrates and slowly explodes throughout the course of the video. And you see all of the layers of architecture and all the layers of design and all the layers of iconic motifs sort of coming into collision with him and also overtaking him. For me, what made this work really noteworthy and why I chose it for the award is that I feel like it challenges our ideas through design as a way of sort of dismantling, you know, a full, long history of colonialism. And I feel like she successfully does that with this project.
Wow. I just ran into David Dottie backstage. That dude is intense. And now I have to write a letter of apology to the mayor. Because George loved me just the way that I was. I love you too, George, wherever you are. The Best Use of Urban Space Award is given to a project that takes advantage of the urban environment in a unique way. The juror, Ava Frankie Gilbert, walked all over the city in some impossibly high heels to compromise a list of 5 nominees. The Best Use of Urban Space Award is presented by Spectrum Health.
My name is Steve Heacock. I'm a Senior Vice President of Public Affairs at Spectrum Health. Spectrum Health is the area's largest employer. We have 20,000 employees, each devoted to the health of the community. Our mission is to improve the health of the community. We take that seriously. We're also very proud to be involved with the community. We mean to impact people's lives, and not just their lives individually, but the quality of their life within the communities that they reside. Best Use of Urban Space Award nominees are I Want to Be Different by Henry Brimmer, located on Monroe Center at First Community Bank. Temporary's Pursuit to Permanence by Hansen and Feinberg, located on the Gillette Bridge. United States, an Everyday People Project by J.D. Urban, located at Calder Plaza. Facing Al Aqaba by Maurice Jacobson, located at Anabawan Park. ArtPrize by David Kale, located at Van Andel Arena.
The Best Use of Urban Space Award is presented to J.D. Urban. United States and Everyday People Project, Calder Plaza. Congratulations, J.D.
I'm Eva Frank Gilbert. I'm the Executive Director and Chief Curator of Storefront for Art and Architecture in New York. And I'm here in Grand Rapids to be the judge of the best use of urban space within the 2013 edition of ArtPrize. The winner of the best use for urban space is the project called United States, an Everyday People project by J.D. Urban at Calder Plaza. And this is a project that really surprised me by its ability to really understand the power of the space that was inhabiting, by understanding some of the most important subject matters nowadays about American society and the culture that we are constructing through politics and governance, and in the way that the project did that in all the different levels. I think this is definitely a project that understands what art's role in contemporary society within the city and urban space is, and this is why it has the first prize.
Premier Leadership sponsor PNC Bank once again presented ArtPrize Education Days, a program that has brought tens of thousands of kids to ArtPrize over the years and has a lasting impact on how the future leaders of creativity, arts, innovation, and urban planning will come to define our sense of place and community. Thank you to PNC Bank for your continued support of this vital program. Right, like that. That's good. Nice. And to complement PNC Bank's sponsorship, support from Consumers Energy and the Michigan Council of Arts and Cultural Affairs allowed ArtPrize to lower the age minimum for participating artists through the ArtPrize online competition for youth and the Consumers Energy Smart Art Program. With me are a few participants in this year's Education Day programming. Would you give me a round of applause? How are you? How are you guys? So, what is your guys' favorite kind of art to make?
I like painting and drawing.
Painting and drawing?
Drawing and collages.
And collage. Our exhibitions director, Kevin Bice, does collage. How about you?
Drawing.
Drawing, too. Excellent.
Writing and drawing.
A writer, yeah?
Musical composition.
And a musician. Excellent. Well, you know what my favorite type of art is? I write jokes. Yeah. That's an art form, right? What about my jokes? Are my jokes an art form? No, not really. Okay, whatever. You know, they don't have to be super great jokes. Well, I tell you what, there is something that connects making a joke and making art, and I think the fact that it takes a little bit of courage to go up there on the stage and do something like that, right? You can give me that one, yeah? And what is it about being an artist that requires courage as well?
Well, art is expressing yourself, so it takes courage to express yourself.
Right. It takes courage to stand up and express yourself. Good answer, Ben. Nice work. Well, my friend Carissa Wilson, who is also an ArtPrize artist, just like all of you guys, wrote a song about courage. She used her art form to give a voice to kids who don't always have a voice of their own. Would you guys like to hear the song? Yeah, me too. And now performing the song which won the folk rock category of the St. Cecilia Musical Showcase Awards, Carissa Wilson with The Courage of One.
One girl all alone in the world. She was broken and her body was numb. She had to reach out and ask for help. Had to be brave for herself. Through the courage of one, well, there is a light that's glowing. Through the courage of one, there is a hope that's growing. She had her story to tell, and as she shared, her burdens fell. no longer all on her own. She took a leap of faith into the great unknown, to the courage of one. Well, there is a light that's glowing, the courage of one. Well, there is a hope that's growing deep and wide. Well, there's a face behind the numbers, and it's tear-stained with matted hair. She went from victim to survivor in a place where someone cared. Through the courage of one. Well, there's a light, oh, that's glowing. Through the courage of one, oh, there is a hope that's growing. Oh, the courage of one. Well, there is a light that's glowing. Oh, the courage of one. Well, there is a hope that's growing deep and wide.
Thank you, Carissa. The three-dimensional juried award is for work that occupies three-dimensional space. Sculpture and installation are included in this category, and with 8 of the top 10 entries in the public vote being three-dimensional, it's clear the voting public, as well as the 3D juror, Hessie McGraw, found outstanding works of sculpture and installation at ArtPrize this year. Though their definition of outstanding is clearly somewhat different. But it should be recognized that many of you, the voting public, were hoping for more dragons in the top 10. Right? Come on, you were, I know it. But as it turns out, 3 out of 10 ArtPrize top 10 artists prefer bears over dragons. So, thank you. Thank you. Any Bears fans out there? Okay. All right. The 2013 ArtPrize Three-Dimensional Award is presented by Hayworth. Love you, Ray.
My name is Ray Kennedy. I'm the Director of North America Marketing at Hayworth. Hayworth is a global leader in office furniture manufacturing. We provide wonderful spaces and designs of products and services for our customers. Hayworth has been a proud sponsor of ArtPrize since its inception. We are happy to support not only the Grand Rapids local community, but also ArtPrize around the world. The three-dimensional award nominees are Watching by Daniel Arsham, located at the Frederick Meyer Gardens and Sculpture Park. Ecosystem by Carlos Funga, located at SiteLab. Through the Skies for You by Cooley Lewis, located at Kendall College of Art and Design. The World's an Untranslatable Language, too, for Charles Wright, by Charles Matson Loom, located at Kendall College of Art and Design. The Unfounded Future of the Untold, by Julie Schengelberg, located at SiteLab.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Hayworth, Ray Kennedy.
Thank you. 3D sculpture would be like Todd and I standing next to each other. Anyways, I am happy to present this award from Hayworth and ArtPrize to Cooley Lewis, Through the Skies for You.
My name is Hessie McGraw, and I'm the Vice President for Exhibitions and Public Programs at the San Francisco Art Institute, and my category is 3D. The winner of the three-dimensional category is Cooley Lewis, their work, Through the Skies for You, which is, it's actually a series of things. So I think it's, one thing that's so exciting for me about the work is its complexity. There's a kind of dual set of expectations that start competing with each other. It's one, the hopefulness of what happens when the boat ascends, and two, the kind of perverse expectation of waiting for this boat to crash onto the ground. It's a powerful work, and these artists should be commended for bringing a big idea to the table, embracing its complexity, and realizing a work that has a kind of elegant potency at its core.
The ArtPrize Two-Dimensional Award is intended to recognize work that exists primarily in two dimensions. Painting, drawing, photography, and selfie cardboard cutouts are common examples. The juror for the Two-Dimensional Award is John Yao, and I regret to inform you that no giant selfie cardboard cutouts made his shortlist. The 2013 ArtPrize Two-Dimensional Award is presented by ITC.
My name is Charlie DeVries. I'm the Area Manager for Local Government and Community Affairs for ITC. ITC is the largest fully independent transmission company in the nation. We have over 500 employees and 500 skilled labor contractors, and we're based right here in Michigan. ITC has made more than $2 billion in investment to improve the safety, efficiency, and reliability of Michigan's power grid. ITC has always had a strong philanthropic commitment in the communities that we serve. We're proud to extend that commitment today to ArtPrize in the community of West Michigan. The two-dimensional award nominees are Tropical Migrants by Alexis Rockman, located at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Europa and the Flying Fish by Kyle Staver, located at Grand Rapids Brewing Company. 3 and 4, Red, Yellow, and Black by Peter Crow, located at Cathedral Square. Series 28, Untitled Number 1 by Mary Rousseau, located at DeVos Place Convention Center. Rick Bierhorst Painting, located at DeVos Place Convention Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from ITC, Gregory Ioannidis.
Good evening, Grand Rapids. And the winner is Kyle Staver for Europa and the Flying Fish at the Grand Rapids Brewing Company. Congratulations, Kyle.
My name is John Yao. I'm Professor of Critical Studies in the Visual Arts Department at Mason Gross School of the Arts, which is part of Rutgers University in New Jersey. The winner in the 2D category is Kyle Staver, who did Europa and the Flying Fish at the Grand Rapids Brewing Company. I think it's very hard to do a mythical subject. This is based on a kind of classical myth, and yet there's a freshness to it. It doesn't feel burdened by the history. And then there's this eerie light coming in from the top. And it makes the whole thing into an event, not just an image. I was just really knocked out by this painting, so I chose it. There wasn't a bar. I hardly expect to see a great painting in a bar, so anything can happen in Grand Rapids.
Volunteers are the lifeblood of the ArtPrize event. I think there's quite a few here tonight. They are our front lines, our hospitality, and the knowledge on the street that makes ArtPrize possible. It is their generosity of time and spirit that makes ArtPrize not only the world's largest art competition, but also the friendliest and the most accessible. So please give a warm round of applause for the thousands who make it possible. Thank you. Another group of often unsung heroes at ArtPrize are curators. Any curators in the house? Okay. I think so. Curators are those tasked with the job of finding and matching with artists on artprize.org. They organize the shows, keeping the doors open and the lights on. In 2011, ArtPrize introduced the Outstanding Venue Juried Award to honor excellence in venue curation. The 2013 shortlist for Outstanding Venue includes an art museum, an art school, an art collective, an art gallery, and an automotive repair shop. Doesn't that make you love ArtPrize at least just a little bit? The 2013 ArtPrize Outstanding Venue Award is presented by Grand Valley State University.
Hi, I'm Tom Haas, president of Grand Valley State University. Grand Valley State University is one of the 15 public institutions here in Michigan. And just 50 years ago, about this same time, we invited and welcomed the first 226 students to Grand Valley over in Allendale. And since that time, we have grown to almost 25,000 students, and we have sites up and down the west coast of Michigan, including now Detroit as well. On any particular day, there is about 12,000 students coming back and forth between Allendale and Grand Rapids, I think adding to the vitality of downtown. When Rick DeVos shared with me about his concept of ArtPrize, I told him I'm all in. We have at the university embraced art. In fact, if you go around our campus, we have 12,000 pieces of art. We're in fact a gallery as a whole. And so it was a natural fit for us at Grand Valley to support ArtPrize in a number of ways that we have through these past years. And so I am so pleased to have that continued relationship with ArtPrize, and it does create a great venue for our students, faculty, and staff to explore the foundations of Grand Valley with our liberal arts education. The Outstanding Venue Award nominees are Auto Fix-It Body Shop, Craft House, Site Lab at 54 Jefferson, the Grand Rapids Art Museum, Kendall College of Art and Design,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Grand Valley State University, President Tom Haas.
Thank you. Thank you. It is a grand night here in Grand Rapids. The Outstanding Venue Award is presented to Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris University, Designed to Win. Congratulations.
My name is Alice Gray Stites. I'm the Chief Curator and Director of Art Programming for 21C Museum Hotels. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm here to judge the category Best Venue at ArtPrize. The winner of the Jury Prize for Best Venue is Designed to Win at the Kendall College of Art and Design. What was really exciting to me about Designed to Win was that the curator had clearly taken the mission of ArtPrize quite seriously and given a very simple response. We're going to select artworks that we believe will be appealing to the public. But what any good exhibition does, of course, is surprise us, lure us in, and then pull the rug right out from under you and teach you a lot more than you bargained for. Designed to Win does exactly that. The artworks that they have selected are complex, they're thought-provoking, they use ingenious use of both materials and metaphors to inspire the imagination and explore lots of different ideas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage ArtPrize Director of Exhibitions, Kevin Beist.
The Oxbow Residency Award provides one artist with a 5-week residency at their 115-acre campus near Saugatuck, Michigan. The mission of Oxbow is to serve as a haven for the creative process through instruction, example, and community. Through its long history as a school of art, Oxbow has hosted many of the nation's most prominent artists and even critics. The winner of the 2013 Oxbow Residency Award is Greg Bokor for his project Erase at Fountain Street Church. Oh, I'm not done. Hold on. And now we're getting close. Let's take a quick look at the top 10 works chosen in the ArtPrize 2013 public vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Executive Director of ArtPrize, Christian Gaines.
Wow. So that was ArtPrize. That's what you guys have been talking about. Why didn't you warn me? I get it now. I get it. Whew. Well, the past 17 days have been just remarkable. To give you some perspective, speaking on her visit as a juror to ArtPrize this year, Ann Pasternak, who's the Executive Director of Creative Time, said, "It's really positive seeing an American city getting this excited about art. It gives people an opportunity to engage and learn." Well, indeed it does. I'm still a little new to all of this, having moved here from Los Angeles only a few months ago, and I'm learning as I go about ArtPrize, about Grand Rapids, and about its people. And I'll tell you this, if I had a nickel for every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every offer to show me around town, every sincere effort to make me feel at home, well, I'd have enough nickels to make one enormous nickel to submit to ArtPrize. But really, thank you. Thank you for making my family and me feel so lucky, so positive, and so relieved that making Grand Rapids and West Michigan our home was the best move we ever made. Thank you so, so much. This year was exceptional. We broke records with visitors, with votes, and with registrations. By preliminary estimates, we welcomed around 450,000 returning or newly minted art lovers, 49,078 activated voters, the most ever. Almost 447,000 votes were cast, an 8% increase over 2012. And for the first time in 2013, votes from our mobile apps actually exceeded votes from our website. Of course, those are all numbers. And while they're important to us, in the end, they're really just numbers. What's really important are the countless personal stories of ArtPrize. For example, the lady I spoke to whose husband, a Marine, didn't think that ArtPrize, or art for that matter, was really his thing, but finally went along at her encouragement. Now they're both avid ArtPrize attendees and voters, and he always makes it a point to visit the local art museum when they're in another city together. The mom I spoke to, who, after attending an ArtPrize family day, watched her kids pull out the paper and the paints and the pencils as soon as they got home and spend the day drawing and painting while the video games idled in the corner. ArtPrize is different. It's different, and it's not easy to pigeonhole. Its massive audience of art lovers from near and far are open and receptive because connecting emotionally and aesthetically with your downtown is so central to the ArtPrize experience. ArtPrize is all about audiences discovering great art, but while doing that, we're also exploring a vibrant Grand Rapids, looking and lingering and yielding to the experiences waiting for us in Anabowen Park, on the Blue Bridge, in Rosa Parks Circle, up the street and around the corner of this remarkable city. Considering the world in which we live, where success is often measured in fleeting, bite-sized morsels of digital pablum, and by the way, I'm exempting all cat videos from that statement, the ArtPrize phenomenon is truly a remarkable one, and I feel privileged to steward it into the future. No, thank you. Thank you. So to the artists who took part in ArtPrize, I salute your courage. The courage that it takes to say, I'm an artist. The courage it takes to expose your work to the scrutiny of total strangers. Thank you. To all of you who thank you. To all of you who so tirelessly volunteered, you are the vital organs of ArtPrize, and you keep us fit and healthy and provide us with the strength to greet every long ArtPrize day. Thank you to all of our volunteers. To our jurors and our speakers who help us all develop the lexicon to connect with art, to articulate our thoughts and feelings in ways that, who knows, our family and friends just might understand. We salute you and thank you for coming to Grand Rapids and joining in the conversation and the celebration. Thank you. To the tireless ArtPrize Board of Directors, thank you for your guidance, your trust, your encouragement, your service. Your leadership is a gift, and I treasure it. Thank you very, very much. To our incredible roster of corporate sponsors like the Dick and Betsy DeVos Family Foundation, Amway, the Richard and Helen DeVos Foundation, Founders Brewing Company, Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University, Meyer, PNC Bank, The Rapid, and many, many more. Your generous support makes ArtPrize happen. We adore working with you and our profound gratitude to all of you. Thank you very, very much. And one last thing. There are a team of people, the whole amazing ArtPrize team, a close family, really, who have spent thousands of hours preparing for ArtPrize and making it all happen. I came into this only a few months ago, and without the knowledge, guidance, support, patience, good humor, and hard work of people like Ann Benson, Kevin Beist, Brian Birch, Ben Puzatzi, Angela DeLuca Placentia, Dave DeBoer, Nadia Skidmore, Paul Sapp, Melissa McGinnis, Todd Herring, and Amelia Pegman, and all of the incredible seasonal staffers who supported us with their wits, smarts, and supreme talents. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Now, I want to introduce the man who really needs no introduction, Rick DeVos.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to take a moment to personally thank Christian Gaines for joining us this year. It takes a whole year to pull something like this off. He came to us in May, and I couldn't be happier with the job he's doing. He has a strong vision for ArtPrize, and we look forward to many more ArtPrizes with him at the helm. So here we are, the 5th ArtPrize, and here we are in a garage. I think it's actually quite fitting. 5 years ago, ArtPrize was a hunch with huge unknowns, a relative to the ideas tinkered on and worked on in garages all over the United States, from figurative garage to literal garage. And just like this temporary transformation of this city garage into an event venue, ArtPrize wanted to see the entire city transformed by an explosion of art and creativity, filling its every nook and cranny. Our team had theories and hopes of how this ArtPrize plane would fly, but we didn't know how it would work until we tried to take it off in the real world. Now, as we now know, and much to our surprise, the first year felt more like a rocket launch than a gentle aircraft takeoff. I'm really still amazed by how ArtPrize continues to grow and evolve, far exceeding my humble expectations. The most frequent question folks ask me about ArtPrize, next to where did this weird idea come from, is how is it going? And my answer is, of course, good. But that clearly understates it. What other city has tens of thousands of people who would never go to an art museum thinking about and engaging with art? What other city has tens of thousands of school children engaging with contemporary art in the way they do at ArtPrize? What other city bumps Access Hollywood in a football game to broadcast live coverage about art? What's happening here is unprecedented. A lot of people wonder about the implications of ArtPrize, but there are simply too many things going on here that have never happened before to guess how it will all play out. A lot of people talk about ArtPrize. A lot of people think about ArtPrize. But it's the people that step up and do something that shape this event. They, in turn, shape the culture of this city. Getting up in the morning and pushing a project a few feet forward does more to shape our future than hundreds of people thinking and planning. ArtPrize is a concentrated burst of action. Its ripple effects change our culture each year. Everyone who participated in ArtPrize should feel proud that they really stepped up and did something. If you showed your art, if you hosted a venue, if you voted, you were part of shaping the culture of this city. Now that it's over, I urge you to not stop doing things. You don't need a big cash prize to try something you think can be awesome. Your projects, when you find a way to push them forward, shape the future of our region. Failures and successes are all a part of that process. Now, on to the awards. Over these past weeks, 1,524 artists and collaborators have had an unprecedented opportunity to influence an estimated 450,000 people. The ArtPrize Awards are a catalyst for this creativity. Both public vote and professional juried awards create a collision of individuals, populations, really hugely varied populations of hugely varied backgrounds. So here to announce the winner of our juried Grand Prize Award, I'm proud to introduce my friend, Dr. David Rosen, president of Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University.
I asked for that song. When you put a frame around something, it suddenly becomes art. When you put a frame around something, it's seen in a different light. The smile of the Mona Lisa by Da Vinci becomes elusive. A pepper photograph by Edward Weston becomes two lovers embracing. A bicycle seat and handlebars found by Picasso become a bull's head or an African mask. ArtPrize puts a frame around 3 square miles of Grand Rapids and turns this place into something strange, magical, and wonderful. Inside the frame, art springs up everywhere in every kind, of every form. Artists and viewers come together in a wonderful embrace of joy, admiration, and wonder that takes in every taste, every talent, every age. Creativity grows on every corner, in bars and grills, in churches, abandoned buildings, parking lots. Art sprouts up on sidewalks and in gardens, and in the most out-of-the-way and unlikely places. Museums and galleries cast off their somber and forbidding robes. They're no longer approached with hushed voices and reverence. They become alive with the boisterous energy of thousands and thousands of tongues and eyes that speak about the works and in their minds feel them and stir their imaginations. In a time when deacquisition threatens the cultural and creative heritage of generations, how rare and inspiring to find a place like ours, like Grand Rapids. Only in a place so innovative and entrepreneurial, so enterprising and risk-embracing, so inclusive and creative could this happen. We at Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University applaud all the artists. Thank you for your passion, your talent, and your dedication. And we applaud the viewers, hundreds of thousands who come to be inspired, amused, moved, illuminated by what you see. You deserve our gratitude as well. Without you, the maker's hands would hang idle. You inspire us to better and better work. Thank you. Now, in this coming together of art, artists and art seekers, the Grand Jury Prize singles out those whose work pushes us even further, helping us scale the Mount Everest of imagination, where ideas and even the media of art ascend beyond the old horizons. Isn't that perfect in a place of inventiveness like West Michigan? Those works are perhaps the most risk-taking and enterprising. They put a frame around what may move us beyond our comfort and into new and uncharted and wondrous territories. They ask more of us as viewers, they demand more of the artist, and they reward us all by stretching our feelings, our vision, and our imagination. And in this garden of wonders that is ArtPrize, that nurtures growth of every kind, those works also rise to a level that can attract the eyes of the world to our little Garden of Eden of creativity. We are lucky to have found important figures in the national art scene to help us see and recognize those aspiring works. They help us see afresh. That is the power of a frame.
A great artwork is about a great idea. It's only as good as the idea that informed it. In fact, the idea is so important that the form should follow the idea.
My approach was to keep looking and just being open and wanting things to come out at me. And it came down to maybe a work that created the most question in me.
I was really walking through venues at the beginning. I was trying to get more of a holistic sense of what there was. And certain work started rising to the surface. And it's difficult because you know there's a lot of the sincerity that goes into the work. You know a lot of the passion that goes into the work. And you know, as a curator, I want to respond with that kind of passion.
And it came down to a work that When I first walked in, I decided I might just walk out.
So I suggested we go back and take another look at it and be very thorough. And it was on that second visit that we were really like, well, we are here to give a prize to an artwork.
So that's why we went back to revisit it. And it was a very important second visit because I had originally responded very positively to that piece, but I couldn't remember every detail of it. And when I went back the second time, it gave a very poetic interpretation of our place.
The vote had to go toward the questions that it provoked within me.
And ultimately, we thought people could walk away with a message in Grand Rapids. What is your participation? And we feel ultimately that's such a profound and important and relevant, timely, essential question for our human existence that this is what we had to give the prize to.
Yay. And now I'm extraordinarily pleased to announce the winner of the Jury Prize of 2013, and the winner is Ecosystem by Carlos Bungo.
Thank you, Dr. Rosen. The public vote has distinguished ArtPrize from all other art competitions. Other art competitions may have People's Choice Awards, but this is different. This is our defining catalyst for action. No other art competition values the public voice the way ArtPrize does, and we cherish how it gives participants ownership of and engagement with this event. Tonight, we will award $360,000 by public vote. $200,000 to first place, $75,000 to second, $50,000 to third, and $5,000 for fourth through 10th. I will now announce the top three. In third place, Uplifting by Andy Saxtetter. In second place, Polar Express by Annie Crowder. Let's just hang out for a minute. Just enjoy the heat. It's really hot for October, isn't it? Goodness. All right. First place, ArtPrize 2013. The winner of ArtPrize 2013, Sleeping Bear Dunes Lakeshore by Ann Loveless.
know I have 15 seconds, so this will be fast. I would like to take this opportunity to thank ArtPrize and all their sponsors. I've been involved in ArtPrize for 3 years, and it's been very positive experience every year. It has given me tremendous exposure as an artist, especially this year. Next, I would like to thank my venue, the Ford Museum, and a special thanks to the director, Jim Kratzis, Barbara McGregor, Kristen Mooney, Janice Berlin, and all the security, and my host, Joni Vandertil. I'd also like to thank Annie and Nate Crowder for teaming up with me this year and making our move outside of the Ford Museum because of the government shutdown. And we continued our ArtPrize experience outside. I'd like to thank especially all the voters and the people who came to admire my work. And lastly, I'd like to thank my husband, Steve Lovelace, for all the love and support and encouragement throughout the years. Thank you.
All right, there's your winner of ArtPrize 2013, Ann Lovelace, with Sleeping Bear Dunes Lakeshore. Obviously overjoyed at the win tonight.
Can you believe it? $200,000 goes to Ann. What an incredible piece that is, too. It's all textiles that she used, different fabrics to create that image of the Sleeping Bear Dunes. Beautiful.
Tonight at 11, Ann will be live telling us what she's thinking. You'll also hear from the night's other big winners, including the juried award winners. Plus, it is a big night of football frenzy. It's all ahead tonight on 24 Hour News 8.
Thanks for joining us.